Welcome back to the channel. A friend of ours brought this frame in. It fell off the wall and it damaged the bottom half of the frame. As you can see, the bottom part of the frame came apart. Actually, it came apart from both sides of the frame. The artwork and the glass is not damaged, which is a good thing. So the next step is to see if we can repair this frame or make a brand new frame from scratch. The corners look clean. They don't look damaged or dinged, which is a good thing. This is a custom frame. As you can see, there is an offset. So it is a custom framing. Let's turn this around and see what we got on the back. As you can see, the frame has a paper backing, so it is a professional job, whoever did this. Again, looking at the miters, they look clean. They don't look damaged or dinged. Let's do a closer inspection of this frame with some basic tools. First thing is to cut away the paper backing just a little bit on the bottom half of the frame. Just have to be careful and gentle and not damage the artwork. Just want to take off the paper backing just enough to see what's going on and how the frame is constructed. It looks like it's got some metal clips, heavy metal clips holding the miters together. I don't think it's going to be an easy job to remove the bottom half of the frame, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the whole paper backing first. There is some damage on the back side of the wooden frame, as you can see, which is okay. The front side is still clean and intact. Just going to try and pry the bottom of the frame with my hands gently. See if it comes out. Don't want to damage it any further than it is already, so just have to be careful here and not try and overdo it. I'm going to use this small Titan pry bar to pull the joints apart. I love this pry bar. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description of the video. Again, the idea is to pry open the joint there without damaging the miters. That would not be a good thing, so I'm being very gentle here. I've loosened the joint enough where I can now pull it apart with my hand. That came out nice and clean. I'm happy with that. Let's check the other corner. The front facing corner looks good. And the back side of the corner is damaged, so we'll have to deal with that. Let's have a closer look at the mechanical fasteners that were holding the miters together. Looks like they're two metal clips. They're heavy duty, so we'll have to take those out before we can do anything. Let's have a closer look at the other corner. Obviously that has a little bit more damage on the back side of the frame, which is not a problem. I don't want to damage the artwork or the glass, so my best option is to take everything out of the frame first. Everything is held together by these metal clips. There are many of them, so I'm going to use the pry bar and a pair of pliers to take those off first. Going to use a pair of pliers to pull the metal clips from the miters. Again, being very gentle, not to damage the front side of the frame. And this is what the other corner looks like from the back. It is damaged, but that's fine. Everything else looks good, so we should be able to salvage this frame and put it all back together. Just doing a dry fit with a Bessie strap clamp, and everything looks good. The miters look good. If you're interested in the Bessie strap clamp, again I'll put a link in the description of the video. So now we're ready to put the frame together. I'm going to glue it together and then use the strap clamp to hold it tight. If you're enjoying watching the video, please think of subscribing to the channel. It's one easy way to support the channel. The idea here is not to over tighten the clamp. It's just enough to close the miters and let the glue do the work. Just gluing back one of the big chunks from the damaged corner. Again, this is not structural, and it's just for aesthetics. using a pair of needle nose pliers to remove the remaining metal points from the frame. We are also going to reuse the plastic spacers. They have some kind of sticky residue on them to hold them in place, so just going to go ahead and reuse them. I didn't show you this, but the glass is in the frame and the spacers are on top of the glass. Next, we're going to insert the artwork on top of the plastic spacers. And then the foam board goes on top of that. Next, we're going to push the metal points back into the frame to hold all the pieces together. For the paper backing, I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape. Probably not the traditional material that framers use, but that's what I have on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. With all four sides done, I'm going to remove the back side of the double-sided sticky tape from one side only first, and then stick the paper backing, which is rosin paper, which you can get from the big box stores, on that one side, and then just work my way around the frame. Reinstall the metal wire to the frame so the frame can be hung on the wall. And finally, we'll be adding these metal L brackets to each of the corners. I'm going to use this self-centering Wix bit. Again, I'll put a link in the description of the video if you're interested. I think we'll call that done. The frame is repaired and I'm quite happy with the end result. Everything looks good and we managed to save the frame as well. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. Please leave a like and a comment, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.